I've had a pretty good week after the game last week, after feeling down from the Lions' loss, but then Chase Elliott got his first NASCAR championship, and now I'm happy. But yeah, anyway, we're now back focused onto this week, with the Lions having a game against Washington, the Redskins. And for this game, since both teams are injured to hell and both teams look trash, let's be real, anybody in the NFC East does not deserve their playoff spot. That spot should be taken away and given to a fourth wild card. So for this game's going to be a 2-for-1 game. It's not only going to be a tank bowl, but it's also going to be an injury bowl. Hold up, you can't use the Redskin name. Wait, what do you mean I can't use the name? You can't use it, that name is racist now. Wait, it's racist? Yeah, it's racist. It's offensive to Native American people. What? Yeah, it is. Since when? Since forever, man. The SJWs have been all over it. Oh, goddamn SJWs again. Fuck. But here's the weirdest thing. Why? My brother's girlfriend is Native, and she doesn't find the term Redskin racist. Well, then she's not a real Native. Oh, god damn it, everything I've been told is a lie. Yeah, it is. So what the hell's their new name, then? Their name is now the Washington Football Team. The fuck kind of name is that? That's complicated, man. Every possible nickname they wanted was, they were all copyrighted, so they couldn't take it. Man, they need to get a real name, man. This shit's too fucking confusing. Yeah, I agree with you there, bud. But yeah, I'm not calling them the goddamn football team. Well, you can't call them the Redskins, so what are you gonna call them? Closest I'll call them the football team is Washington FC. Okay, fair enough. But from now on, we will refer to Washington as the NoSkins. Okay, that's fair enough. Just change the logo on the tank ball screen, and yeah, you're all good to go. So the SJWs don't attack you. Okay, let me change that real quick, starting now. Alright there, so after a quick talk with my lawyers there over that, I've changed it now. From now on, Washington will be known as the NoSkins. But yes, we have ourselves a tank bowl up in Detroit. So let's look at our teams. We have the Washington NoSkins. Everything they touch dies. Draft picks, free agent acquisitions, dignity, head coaches, everything dies. The Detroit Lions had a lot of ambitions this year, only to fail, and they keep collapsing on themselves. Losing a lot of games they should have won. And here they are battling in the tank bowl. And an injury bowl too, with the Redskins and Lions starting to get injured to all hell and back. So, for this game, for the point spread, there's actually no favorite for this game. It's I think Vegas has went out and said, fuck this shit, we're not putting a point spread on for this game. So, overall, for the head-to-head series, Washington leads the all-time head-to-head series 31-14. However, Detroit has won 4 of the last 5 meetings against the Redskins. And the Washington did win this game against the Lions last year in Washington. Now, this time, the game's in Detroit. So, of course, for Washington this year is 0-3 on the road. Detroit, however, is 0-3 at home. So, Washington has been unable to win on the road. Detroit has been unable to win at home. Someone's ending that streak this week. Somebody has to win this game. And no ties. No ties when I'm around. But yeah, anyway, in terms of the Redskins lineup, the Redskins have had a carousel at quarterback. It started off with Dwayne Haskins, until us find out that he can't throw a football to the side of a barn. So then they bring in Kyle Allen, and then Kyle Allen has gotten injured multiple times. So then they bring in Alex Smith, the man we all thought was done after his gruesome left foot injury and all those health scares he had. But through all the pain, through all the rehab, and all that adversity, he has come back to play football. Maybe one healthy leg and all, but he can still throw a football at an NFL level. And of course, for the Redskins, their top running back, Antonio Gibson. Just have to check that real quick. He is questionable for this game with a shoulder injury. In terms of the Redskin receivers, you got Kelvin Harmon, who's on the IR with an ACL injury. But they do got Terry McLaughlin, and for tight ends, they got Richard Rodgers, and they have Logan Thomas, the former Lion. The defensive line for the Redskins, loaded with talent. Names like Jonathan Allen, Ryan Kerrigan, Deron Payne, and their first-round pick from last year's draft, Chase Young, a top pass rusher out of Ohio State. And of course, on this game, it's also going to be the battle of the Ohio State picks. Jeff Okudah versus Chase Young. The battle of Ohio State this week. Who wants this game more? In terms of linebackers, you have Reuben Foster, who once again can't stay healthy, as he is on the IR with another knee injury. God damn, can Foster catch a damn break? Like, ever since he was drafted into the NFL, he's hasn't stayed healthy. Like, he's pretty much been a bust because he's been injury prone. You also got Thomas Davis and Sean Dion Hamilton in the secondary. Their main focus in the secondary, Landon Collins, is also on the IR with an Achilles injury. You also got Sean Davis, Kendall Fuller, and Fabian Morrow. And to add more injury pain, the Redskins kicker, Dustin Hopkins, is also questionable for this game with a groin injury. You know your team is injured to all hell and back when your kicker is questionable with an injury. God damn. So, of course, for the Redskins, it's a different team than the Lions played last year. This team, the head coach is Ron Rivera. Of course, a very respected head coach, spent the last 9 seasons in Carolina, working with a one Cam Newton. And he was a very respectable coach with the Panthers. Did some great things with the Panthers. It's just the last couple of years, the Panthers were struggling, and the Panthers told him to get out. But now, he gets a new start in Washington, the nation's capital. And of course, the offensive coordinator for this squad is Scott Turner, with the defensive coordinator being Jack Del Rio. So yeah, that is very interesting. In terms of the Redskins rankings, the Redskins offense is ranked 30th in this game. 26th passing the ball, 29th running the ball. So they've had issues everywhere on offense. Their offense has been a complete dumpster fire. The defense, however, under Jack Del Rio, the defense has really improved. The defense is actually, despite the Redskins being the Washington NoSkins being utter trash this year, Washington has a top 10 defense, ranked 6. They're number 1 throwing the ball, they're number 1 against the pass, but they're 23rd against the run. So with all that talent on Washington's D-line, they're really good at rushing the passer, but they have issues stopping the run. So they're good in one area, but struggle in another. But still top 10. Pretty respectable. So yeah, I think the main key for the Lions in this game is simple. Run the ball. Just run the ball on Washington. Run the ball on the NoSkins. Run the ball right on them. And yeah, for this game, it's also going to be questionable. But it looks like Stafford should be good to go for this game, as Stafford has officially cleared concussion protocol. But yeah, this game for the Lions, their season is on the line with this game. If the Lions lose this game, pretty much the season's over, it's a wrap. If the Lions can win this game, their shot at a playoff spot still stays alive. But yeah, for the Lions, if they want to have a chance, because the Lions' December is pretty brutal, so they need to win their next 3 games to have it if they want to have any hope of making the playoffs this year. But yeah, the Lions, it's going to be a tough game. Like, the Lions' defense really had a lot of holes. Mainly missing Tracy Walker was a big blow to the team. Not having Galladay was also a blow. But good news is, Mohamed Sanu should be ready to go for this game if necessary. More than likely. And maybe increase the roles for Quintez Cephas. But for this team, the Lions simply just need to run the ball and do the balanced offense. And Stafford's just got to play solid and not get killed out there. Especially against the Redskins' defensive line, which has really lived up to the hype. Like I said at the start of the year, I think that Washington will have a really good defensive line. So far, they're living right up to it, especially Chase Young, who's having a really good rookie season. So yeah, how about that? But anyway, and the one thing I want to talk about, I want to expose the Lions fan base some more, especially from last week. Two things I want to say. First off, the funny thing is, the last 12 years, the Stafford Lions fans, mainly the Stafford haters in the Lions fan base, they've usually bashed Stafford for padding his stats in garbage time. And yet last week, when Chase Daniels was doing the exact same thing Stafford's done for years, padding stats in garbage time, although Stafford haters want to make every fucking excuse to defend Chase Daniels and say it's not stat padding, you don't understand. When it was exactly what Stafford does. They're like, oh, it's different though. Chase Daniels is a better quarterback than Stafford. We should start Chase Daniels over Stafford. Chase Daniels, the man. Let's be real. Last week after that loss to the Vikings, the Stafford haters have been exposed for being the utter hypocrites they truly are. Like, the Stafford haters in this fan base are a bunch of hypocrites. They'll bash Matt Stafford for padding his stats in garbage time, but when it's any other quarterback that does the exact same thing Stafford does, they'll find every single excuse to defend them and say, oh, it's not stat padding. You just don't understand. Fuck off and eat a dick. And number two, also the second thing I'm going to say, it's also going to expose how retarded this fan base truly is. Because for the longest time, a lot of Lions fans, they don't do their research and they don't use common sense. Most Lions fans in this fan base are idiots that act off emotion. And in the last couple years, they've always labeled the Ford family as one of the worst owners in as the worst owners in football. And for all those Lions fans that think the Ford family, especially Martha Ford, were the worst owners in football, back the fuck up. I'm pretty sure Dan Snyder wants to have a word with you out back. The owner of Washington. I'm pretty sure Dan Snyder is the worst owner in all of football. Like, the Ford family are fucking idiots, but Dan Snyder is a complete piece of shit of a human being. And you know what? I'd rather have the Ford family over Dan Snyder as my owners. I'd rather have a bunch of idiots in charge than a fucking piece of shit of a human being. Hell, for the longest time, Dan Snyder said that he would not change the Redskin name. Until this year with all the protests and everything and the SJWs coming out in full force. And then he finally changed the name. And he wanted to change the name because of the quote, Methodism. But yeah, and for Redskin fans, if you want Dan Snyder to sell the team, got some sad news. It's not happening anytime soon. And with his age, he's probably going to live for another 30 years. So you're probably stuck with him for a long, 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 long time. Oof. Big oof. But yeah, Lions fans, next time you want to say the Mark Ford family are the worst owners in football, just know that Dan Snyder wants to know your locations. And don't forget James Dolan too, because damn James Dolan. But yeah, honestly, this game should easily be a winnable game. There's no excuse why the Lions should lose this game. If the Lions lose this game, then yeah, the season's over and pack it up. But yeah, anyway, I just thought I'd get that off my chest real quick. And I believe I do have somewhat of a soft spot for Washington. I mean, Joe Gibbs is one of the greatest coaches the Washington has ever had in their franchise's history. Especially with those 3 Super Bowls. And I know I have some more soft spots to say to you, Washington, but guess what? Let me show you something. One of Joe Gibbs' biggest rivals in NASCAR just won a championship. Another championship. That's far more relevance than the Washington has had in the last 25 years. But yeah, anyway, now that with that out of the way, I think it's time we do another jersey unboxing. I believe this is the John Pennicini jersey that I got, since Pennicini has really had a really solid year one of the few bright spots on the Lions' defense, struggling defense this year. So I decided, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's check it out here real quick. So yeah, I had to open the bag a little bit to check it out real quick to make sure it was that. But yeah, let's rip it open and check it out. Here we go. So yeah, here's the jersey. How does it look? Yeah, let's rip it open. And there we go. Take a look at it. There we go. John Pennicini jersey. Another jersey to add to the collection. I think I got one more jersey I got that's yet to be added to the collection, and that's DeAndre Swift. That's the last jersey. And when the Swift jersey comes in, I'm actually going to show you all something for it. But I'll wait until that jersey comes in. But yeah, John Pennicini jersey, another one to the collection. But yeah, anyway, this game should be a winnable game, no problem. But yeah, anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope everyone has a great day. Hail the new C-Rad, hail the Outsiders, and also hail the NASCAR heavyweight champion.